Hi Lewis, great to see you up at the range again yesterday. Just to recap quickly on the changes that we've suggested. First of all, at setup, we've got to understand that the ball will start in the general direction of the club face. So if we want to move that ball right to left, we need a club face that's pointing slightly to the right. If we're going to then draw the ball back and get rid of the cut, then what we also need is an ability to hit out at the golf ball for longer through impact. So if we look at the changes we've suggested, very similar to what we see here with Grant Waite on the right hand side. We've got to get the handle of the club forward, as we've seen here, and in order to allow us to do that, we want to move that ball just back in the stance a little bit so that the ball's more in line with the badge on your shirt rather than the inside of your left heel. So use the upper body more as a reference point. So we've got the ball back a little bit, just about an inch, got the handle forward. Then what we've got to do now is calm that release down. If we look at it from face on, we can see as Grant Waite comes through, stays nice and centered going back. As with yourself. But then as we come through, we still want to release it. You can see those forearms whapping over there. Too much forearm rotation. If we watch Grant Waite, we're going to see much less forearm rotation as he comes through. Much quieter with the hands. And also the legs working slightly differently. But we'll work on that as we go. So ball back, hands forward, and quieten the release. We don't want any release. We don't need any release to draw that golf ball. You proved that to yourself yesterday. All that releasing does is closes the club face down, gets the ball coming out low, and can encourage you to actually cut the ball more rather than draw it. If we watch from down the line, one of the things I suggested you work on, maybe mid-term, not short-term, is to get the left shoulder working down. You can see with Grant Waite as he takes the club back, he's turning his shoulders at 90 degrees to the spine angle that he had at setup. If we look with yourself, we're a little bit, as we said yesterday, a little bit of an ostrich at setup, stood very tall. I'd like to see you just let your arms hang a little bit more naturally and go from there. But this left shoulder tends to work quite high, and you can see there now that the shoulders aren't swinging at 90 degrees to your original tilt that you had at address. As a result, the club gets very much behind you, and if we're not careful, we can get stuck underneath it a little bit as we're coming into impact. So ball back, handle forward, think in terms of getting the left shoulder to work down a little bit more. Good luck with it, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few weeks' time. Well done.